performance in their team's win last week. And you can just tell, even early in his rookie season, he's starting to get really comfortable out there, and things are starting to fall into place. In fact, in talking to the rival defensive coordinator the team he's facing this week, he told me this young man's starting to get it.
The rushing numbers for Pollard last week, 17 carries, 94 yards.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
2 yards to go, second down. They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
It's a gain of a yard.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. The pickup of 11, and it moves the chains.
That's good for a Rio first down.
Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Out of the gun, Ward. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. You look at this Arizona defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the #1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
Now Ward. Here's a screen now for Pollard. And he's got this down to the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
That's another Rio first down. 5-yard gain on the play. And a Rio first down.
60 Maverick! 60 Maverick!
To throw is Ward. Now he's going to step up and run. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
First down.
Let's go now.
First and goal.
Viking 18.
Here's Ward. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Desperados have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Nick Folk for the point after. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department, as this remains a 6-3 score. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
We've seen that before. Jeffrey Simmons making a stop behind the line.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now Murray, he bootlegs it. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
See if they do that. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. They'll run for it with counter. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
We're all still valiantly searching for the so-called book, right, that tells us what to do in every situation. Everyone kind of knows what it says, but it's never really been written down anywhere. He violated every code on that one, didn't he? Decided to go for it right there.
Oh, yeah, your side of the field, this stage of the game, you're supposed to punt the football. He said, who cares? I'm going to light the book on fire.
Yeah, analytics, everyone else, be warned. He's coming for you.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. That last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Back to throw here. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
They'll fake it to counter. Now Murray. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. When you look at this defense, they're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack.
3rd and 15.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. Now the Rio offense set to take over. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a 1-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
How about this? He's to the 10. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Tony Pollard with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Desperados are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Folk connects on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start the drive with a give to Connor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
Here's Murray. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Now the Rio offense set to take over. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Ready? Viking 18. Cowboys 19, Tiger 19.
Ward. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
A gain of 4 yards. And the Rio de Janeiro 1st down.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. Check out.
Play fake, here's Ward. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
To throw, here's Ward. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
What a great Just said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Big Lion. Hurt, hurt. Buffalo 18. Ready.
From the gun, Ward. It's caught, Lockett. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
That's good for our Rio first down. First down, Rio.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on third downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this first and goal.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up of 3.
Brings up second and goal from the 5-yard line.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Throwing is Ward. Swinging this out for Pollard. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a third and goal.
Again, 3 yards. It's now third and goal.
To the air again, Ward. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Zach Ertz, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
Now Folk for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a Zach Ertz touchdown. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a first down.
Now Murray. He's got Harrison left side complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession. as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Murray going to throw. Screen pass to Connor. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
Now the Rio offense set to take over. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout is going to get bigger and bigger before the final game.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
Here we go. Panther 60. Panther 60. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Mustang 19. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
Ward now working out of the gun. Under pressure, and they got to him again. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
And this offense on third down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 19.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 60 Bobcat. 60
Throwing now, Ward. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. From the gun, Murray. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets them a first down.
Cardinals, first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down.
Well, that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Murray again. This is counter. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Murray on the sneak. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback. back sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talked about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
44 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Murray now running right on the option. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
2nd and 7. Shotgun now from Murray. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Murray keeps it himself. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
He kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. And now Murray's going to set up the throw. Pass incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Out of the gun, here's Murray. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
That looked great when he first took off, because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Cardinals take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Well, I mean, down early here in this first half, I think they felt their backs were against the wall already, so they go for it on 4th and goal. They're able to punch it into the end zone.
And they did a nice job there, feeling like their backs were against the wall, but going ahead and hunkering down and pushing forward and getting that score. That continues to give them an opportunity.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Desperados offense and running back Tony Pollard set to go back to work. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. That last run going to put him over 100 yards for the ball game.
Six the Eagles.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Hey, smash first, go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Murray going to fire one out wide. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen?
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Josie Jewell, the linebacker, getting the sack. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The offense on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 14. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He'll try and do this himself. And just shutting him off there. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
After the sack, you could understand him maybe being a little bit nervous back there, a little skittish, but he looked awfully decisive when he took off and ran.
Very decisive and picked up that 1st down in the process. On 1st and 10 is counter. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing now is Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Harrison. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. Quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Prater's kick is good. And that will They'll tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Cowboy 80. Ready.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
That looked like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They didn't know crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
To throw is Ward. They set up the screen to Hill. And some room to run now. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Ready, break. 65, 60, 79 Broncos. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Here's Ward.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Here we go. Back. Go.
Now Ward. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Ready, right?
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Ready.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
19. Ready.
From the gun, here's Ward. In the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 25-yard line. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down.
A gain of 18 on the play. And the real first down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Go. 70 Timber Wolf. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Mustang 19. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
That's complete to DK. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Here's 2nd and 7.
Come on. Set. Bronco 80. Bronco 80. Dragon 60. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Panther Street. Panther Street. Buffalo 18. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
From the shotgun, it's Ward.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Chinray DK.
from 21 yards away. And the Desperados have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
On for the extra point is Folk. And the lead is up to 14. So that drive goes 8 plays. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a completion together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Murray now to throw. Pass complete there to Harrison. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Here's 3rd and 6.
To throw is Murray. That is caught. Oh, nice. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Touchdown, Cardinals. Zay Jones, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Extra point good by Prater. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Cardinals 20.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, Ward.
He hits his target, Lockett. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
That's good.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go. Pat the 60.
It looks like they'll move things around here.
Big Lion. Warrior 70. Cup 19.
They'll throw again. Ward. It's caught. Beckham. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Here now a third down and 8.
Ready. Cougar 19. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Mustang 19. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Ward. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See it marking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So halftime here out west. Let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Our look across the NFL starts now, and we kick it off with a good one. All right, Brandon, thanks much. The first month of the season has come and gone. It's the first weekend of October, our first week with byes on the schedule. Lots to unpack, so let's get into it. And here it's Tua hooking up with his main man, Jalen Waddle. A nice throw here, 20 yards for the touchdown. Why don't we go over to Charm City now, check in on the Ravens as they host the Houston Texans. And it's the NFL's all-time leading rusher as a quarterback, Lamar Jackson. He's going to take this one himself. He also had 2 touchdown passes in the game. Lastly, we go to Indianapolis. It's the Colts taking on the Raiders. And this is Jacoby Myers. He's going to run a deep route, look it in, and he's gone. 80 yards on the catch and run for the touchdown. The Raiders with an important W. They didn't want to start 1-4, and they won't following their victory here. With that, here's a look at the rest of the action from around the NFL here in Week 5, the first weekend of October. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half. As we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Left side complete to Lockett. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And And it'll bring up a second and short.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Come on. Reload. Press all 80.
Robinson up the middle. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Ready? 18 Cardinal. Unlock line.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. Second and 6. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5.
Get it? Panther 60.
Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay. That flag, that'll push him back 5. So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10.
77 with Cowboy 80.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And it's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
3. Top below 18. Cut 19. 60 Maverick.
So offense moving a little too slow there, could not get set, and they get the penalty. Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5.
Still second down.
Cougar 19. Hurt. Hey, check that. Street.
And now again, the play clock's going to run out on him. So that flag will set him back 5 yards.
Still second down.
Throwing is Ward. And he gets this one to Ridley complete.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Pollard will take it up the gut. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. If they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Cowboy 80. 18, Pioneers. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 19 sight, 19, go.
To throw, here's Ward. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football in the places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Let's go. Trap goal 80, trap 60, trap 60.
Throwing now, Ward. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Walter Nolan in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. That to the sideline and incomplete. Boy, they're going to say there's a receiver in the area. That was close to grounding, but it's 2nd down. They'll try the left side with Connor. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Go, Reed, go! With Lions, 79 Broncos.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And it's third down.
19, street. Trap 60. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Moore. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked up by Garrett Williams. And the Cards are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
And he stopped immediately there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Short one here, caught by McBride. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. One side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks him right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers. They want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Back to throw. Moore. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
60 vices. Hey, pass. Buffalo 18. 60 bucks.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
And it's 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. On the return, Dortch. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
To throw, it's Murray. Over the middle, complete. It's Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a first down.
At the 36-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Murray going to throw. Complete to Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Throwing again, Murray. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Shotgun now from Murray. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Throwing now is Murray. And now another one thrown incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Desperados offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. Play fake, here's Ward. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Phoenix, Arizona's the spot. Glad to have you along for the ride. Third quarter action and a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Now Ward. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Mack Wilson. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Murray on the sneak. And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This would be a critical call.
Gotta say, Charles, a little surprising to have a kick this short blocked. Usually that happens on the longer ones, but great job by the special teams to kind of sift through there and get a hand on it.
Yeah, you've seen a lot of football over time, partner, and you're right about it. Typically, the longer field goals start lower because they have so much more ground to cover to get to the post. And that's when you get a hand on it. These short ones, you're able to pop it up in the air pretty quickly. Normally, you get height. In this case, extra effort to block that one.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would, and in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
First down. A gain of 9.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Back to Robinson now on first down. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale, as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 4.
Let's go now. 60 even.
To throw is Ward. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cardinals are right back in this football game. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. Well, this series could very well determine our outcome. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Murray now. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll dump this one off to Connor. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the 38-yard line.
There's Murray. Under pressure, and down he goes. Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through for the sack. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
I'm not sure I'm absolutely crazy about that play call there. I mean, it's only a 1-score game, so is it really time
So the Rio offense set to take over. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Looking to put a drive together.
60 vices, 60 vices. Tap for 11, tap for 11.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
Cody Simon on the coverage.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves. Hey, Clash. Let's go.
A give left side to Robinson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 58 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ballgame.
Rio, first down.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Ward now working out of the gun. It's complete to Lockett. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Here's Ward. And he is caught. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 34-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard, pushing his way through. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
That's another Rio first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Under pressure now, he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8.
This has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
Check smash, check smash. Ready, ready?
Toss play to Robinson. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
70 Timberwolves. 79 Broncos.
Looking to throw. Moore. He'll try and do this himself. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Will Johnson. And nothing but daylight ahead. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Prater on to add the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Looking to put a drive together.
At their own 23-yard line.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 135 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Going to run again here with Pollard. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 8. Now it's the backup Simeon. They set up the screen to Hill. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And the Rio 1st down. A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Desperado.
They'll run left with Pollard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
19, driving. Hey, check that. Street.
Back to throw. Moore. He completes it to Ridley. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 36. A good pickup there of 22. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Okay,
so into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 36. Now a give here to Pollard. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 27-yard line.
Hand off now to Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Let's go now. Bronco 80. 79 Broncos.
From the shotgun, it's Ward. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. This complete to Jones.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Murray a give. This is Coward. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Looking to put a drive together.
Ready. Cougar 19.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson.
And that's just an ideal run to start this drive because they're in full ball control mode now. So if you keep ripping off 7, 8, 9 yards of carry, you're going to have a great chance of finishing off this game.
2nd down and 3. Again, it's Robinson. And they'll get him down here at the 23. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
At the 23-yard line.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
70, Timberwolves. Ready.
A give up the gut to Hill. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Go street. Check Bobcat.
A give to Pollard running left. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Ready? Pat the 60, pat the 60. Hot 70, hot 70. Check out.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football. I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Throwing is Ward. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is going to have a first down here. And that should be the one that seals a victory.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The play. Opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
One final kneel down here, and that should just about do it. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour, and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for Rio, they move back.